She looks surprised. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? We tried. She wouldn't let us get a word in edgewise. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really, really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. She wants to cure our amnesia by kicking us in the head. Their hat is silly. It's the police uniform hat, Chromo. Probably shouldn't tell her it's silly. You might get arrested. And then you'll be put up for murder. And if you don't get Phoenix Wright in 3 days, if you can't prove your innocence, you'll just be guilty, because that's how the law works in this world. No. I think I'll pass on this one, yeah. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I just want to kick them in the head. Yeah, being accused equals guilty until you can prove your innocence. And if you can't prove your innocence because of lack of evidence that proves you're innocent, other than the fact that you didn't do it, you are guilty. Yeah. Why don't prosecutors just stall with worthless witnesses to get to 3 days? Yeah, that's a good point. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Oh, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. We're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honoured to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. It's okay. I think I know your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious, you really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help. This is a business card. I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but you have to please give it back. Okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. My business phone card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. Why doesn't his business card have his phone number on it? Isn't that the... Hey man with a hair. You've arrived. Isn't that the whole idea of a business card? So that... like, you give them the... Anyway. Let's talk about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incidents with the cell phone. But... cell phone. Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry and tell me then. This might be very important. Okay, roger. Roger, roger. It's good chocolate. It's caramel. It's like, I don't know what, it's like caramel flavoured chocolate. It's really nice. It's hard to eat and voice act though. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 PM. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. It's that ringtone. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That's the murderer. We agreed to meet up at 6 PM. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. Phoenix, it's in your pocket. Where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh. To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up... Ah! You were here all along. You're so mean. Hey Maya, where's your sister? I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. When I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. He doesn't know. He doesn't recognize her. Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too? Hey, good morning. Maggie. Hey, so Maya's come back from having her cold showers in the, under the waterfalls then? No, Valkyrie, we don't want Maya. We want Mia. But she's dead. So we need Maya to get stressed. And good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. And the thing you wanted me to bring. Well, that rhymes. Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? It has about 20, people's names and phone numbers written on it. It's kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. Also, we played the medium, right? About a spirit medium. Remember, she went into the other world and did scary things and freaked me out. And then we saved people, and I don't know, I think there was like Nazis, and it was strange. And she didn't dress up anything like this spirit medium. They made a big deal about how she's dressed strangely because she's a spirit medium. Right? Our spirit medium just was wearing like jeans and a leather jacket and had a pretty trendy haircut. I don't know, like... Anyway. No good, as in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list added to the court record. She was the Tom Cruise of spirit mediums. I don't think she was that short. And I'm pretty sure all her teeth were where they were supposed to be. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. Where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look it up yesterday. Oh, yeah. Is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. Do you reckon the police uniform has its feathers stitched? Or they're actual feathers? All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. It's only the tutorial. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Is it? And also, is it just me, or is there something kind of wrong with how she's like? I don't know. This. Yeah, I don't know. And she's missing an arm. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. In the previous scene, Maya was standing next to us, not the defendant. So I don't know where our defendant is. But it'll be interesting to see if she's standing next to us in this sort of scene. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way. You see? Though I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution called its next witness, a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Hey, it's the dude that hit us with the fire extinguisher. State your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and coloured me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student just to settle would have been an evil death. Everything in my life, the utmost highest top grade. You really ask, you prefer top-notch I've been or university. You see, I have a rigorous selection process I've made to walk. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? Ugh, I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need to apply. Glasses. But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen. What is with this judge? Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington. The drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Ahem, Mr. Wellington. Or may I call you Beef? On the day of the murder, you were taking a... strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am no way prepubescent boy on my walk with mommy. If you must know, I'm... Anyway, please testify to the court that you saw you walked during the park. I see, you said again. Taking a walk. You know you... What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought I looked up there. I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. It was certainly a decisive testimony. Banana? Where's the banana gone? Did Gumshoe eat it? Decisive. Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say. How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. If she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. What I saw that day. I'm going straight for the banana. Because... the banana that fell with the police officer. What banana? The banana. Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of banana. What would a bunch of bananas be doing there? Why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. Yeah. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. It's alright. That's it, Nix. He's got to be lying about the bananas. Yeah, well, he's not lying. It's what he saw. What if it's not a lie? Maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix. Think. Think real hard. Like we're 3-year-olds, and we haven't already talked about something that looks like a bunch of bananas. If we can somehow show that he's lying, or being not accurate. Oh, man. Is everything okay, Nick? Blah, 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 bananas. Present the bananas. Objection! Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw. Right here. So you knew about the bananas too. Why did you say so earlier? I don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's a... No... And I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. Knows nothing about baseball. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? I'm thinking. Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. It's just not, hey. You're one of those people, yes, you know what I mean. Whoa, look at his eyes. You're like those people who refuse to accept count. You use the world of possibilities. You're sure I'm gonna rant. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're gonna tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see? Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. You know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? What was that? He like did a big head snap. How about it, witness? You're an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected the rant. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the crime scene and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Oh, really? There's more? Please tell the court what happened in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. Yeah, she's probably looking for the stairs down. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. The path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. But I immediately called the police station.
Objection!
Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place? However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think the court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Grr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected he would be a little dazed.
Objection!
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Hey. Telephone. I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. I couldn't find one because I didn't have my glasses on, so I can't see anything. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Trushka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be a very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that... Enough. Oh man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone. Could it be? I mean, this phone from Maggie found. There's no way. Yeah. Even we saw it coming. Question further. He's set up people to rob. Mr. Wellington. Where's your cell phone right now? Huh, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. I thought just maybe that this was his. Sorry, Baby Tech already made that joke. Well then, I think we've cleared up this issue. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Oh, there was something. The witness testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you!
You can't make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Oh yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Let's present the proof the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
Get in here!
Hey, LC Dub. Thanks for the raid, dude. How you doing? What are we playing today? Hey, took him 15 minutes to find a phone booth. 15 minutes. So let's assume that that was true. His eyesight's really, really bad. You're back on modded Minecraft. Nice, dude.
Take that!
Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please, take a look at this. At the crime scene photo.
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you.
No!
It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
What did reporting the crime a little late for the defense?
It's a murder crime.
Objection!
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. Alright, man. Thanks for dropping by with your friends. Have a good sleep, dude. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. No, that's the thing. You drop your phone somewhere, you wait, and when someone picks it up, you call them and organize to meet them, and then you rob them and take your phone back. Except he went to the location and it was a policeman that had his phone. On top of that, we still have a phone she found anyway. If he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Yeah, I have an idea, I think. I mean... why would we, you know... There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. I don't think it matters. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Yeah, I should have gone there's many possibilities. One piece of evidence will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Well, because he was the murderer. This is what we're going with? Take that! Mr. Wellington? What? Don't do that! You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Order. No, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. That is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting? Are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Indicting? How about indicating? Insinuating? Suggesting? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. There's a lot of A's in that. Oh. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. This cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Oh wait, that's us. I'll sink him in one shot. Don't know what you were thinking, Maya, but dirty girl. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. Is the prosecution really that bad? Yes. Is it some sort of corruption? No. Wellington is paying them off? No. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Order.
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accused the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. But this third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Why, that's easy. Phoenix, I think you just pointed out the essential flaw in the entire legal system of Nintendo Land. Possibly, potentially ruining your future chances of sequels. Now, we know this not to be true. There's many sequels, but, you know, he doesn't know this at the time. For example, there's, the victim wrote... The name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Well, yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? Yeah, but we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name out on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Or someone who had called and asked who their name was? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? Maggie. That's a good point. We just didn't even know of this bird before this trial. Yes, he did. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. The defendant's name was Maggie. Now the defense please present its case. How could the witness know the defendant's name? I want to have a look at that. But he called this phone. So this is the numbers called on this one. I reckon that his other phone is on this list. But Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you? Because that's what everyone does when they lose their phone, is call it. I don't know, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a third call from the owner of the phone. Hello. Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up. I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But she made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake. My client's name is Maggie. The name was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if you knew was how her name sounded. Eek. Order. Order.
Objection. But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
This is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Yeah, but, you know, you're being tried on day one, so if we can't, you know, if they can't get you off in the next 2 days, you'll just be found guilty because that's the rules. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what the motive this witness could have? It's very simple, Your Honor. He is a common criminal. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Oh, well, then maybe we get to see Mia. Now then, please present this court proof that the witness had motive. Yeah, the court, it's like court on hard mode. Not only do you have to cast doubt, but then you also have to find the real killer. Yeah, it's kind of like that, right? Take that! Mr. Wellington motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. We have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to the people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artist?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops who raided the brilliant. They just genius. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. What I want for you is for you to tell us what this list is all about. I think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Your Honor, this is an unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a victim of that... No, a member of that group. No! All your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. This is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? Yeah, would you care to explain? I got you now. Aye, that police officer. And Rand.
Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said that exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
But please. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Hello? Oh, thank you. Been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up. I can give this back.
the defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird, get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That's a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you meant logic, that makes sense. No, it's very hard to rob someone if you don't try to rob them. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone. So why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright. Is this something that didn't agree with the witness? The banana. I mean, the thing he didn't like was the policeman there. And he thought Maggie had already called the police. Yeah, we've seen the sequel, the presenting people thing. It's going to be interesting. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. Oh, that's the bad guy. This is Wellington. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
Seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? Still better than someone with a no education, with no first-rate education. The evidence. The evidence. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence. Not proof that this phone is yours. I already told you earlier. The phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. Do be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. Feels so good to see you, Squirrel. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe. Oh yeah, fingerprints. I've got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. Nick, don't you remember? You got that from Maggie? You wiped it off. What? You said there was sand all over it. I wiped it. Pretty thoroughly, too. He's laughing. Made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. And incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. Why not? Must have been glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. You erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. No idea what we're talking about. So they hung up. Good. Just call that number back. Finally found it. Nick, we've worked hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, we cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is. The indictment has no basis, therefore no power. Looks like you came up penny short. No, wait. Where did I go wrong? Alright, we got him. We got him. Just call the number back on the phone. Don't blame yourself, you're really a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation on that ultra-fancy restaurant on the other side of town. Wait, what? Thank you for your assistance. You'll have it soon. Ah, that's fine. Stupid pain.
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Oh, where's the objection? Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything.
This cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions.
Will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. I present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Well, that's pretty rough. Do you fully understand?
I'm sure you're well aware you are, but the cross-examination period has ended.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. All comes down to this. It's go time. My business card, I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. No, you didn't. I was wondering about this. And that's why she thinks she called... You wrote this number on the back.
Take that!
When Maggie called us and we answered on the cell phone, she thought she was calling our cell phone number, and it made sense because we answered it. But we answered on the evidence phone. We wrote the evidence number on our thing. Here, please have one of mine. Judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is of importance because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. For all the idiotic, stupid things to... Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington? That's strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. Okay, I got it slightly wrong. When he bashed us on the head, he swapped phones? Oh, we can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. That's a lot of So this is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and lost all his ability to make rational judgments. Sad, sad.
Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding.
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and had been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? Can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick. How do you fall from 9th floor? Failed almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, never won or even tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life. How do you not tie a game of tic-tac-toe? My life has been really nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until now, I went to college. I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless. Wow. What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. And I hurt them more than the trouble they were in. That's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner in my house. Oh? I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Ah, well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's right. I should get going. Yeah, good luck. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too. I'm hopeful that I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe? He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. He's also been a good ally during others. Judge has been Judge? The Judge? He's a lovable, kind old man who easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl... Maya. Oh, you finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example... Oh, Nick, what's wrong? Keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh. Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. The end.